and welcome. May focus. May is mood movement. It's all about mental agility as well as physical agility. Right, so movement is marvellous. Donna and I are big fans of movement, but not all movement is equal. We want to maximise our movement to modify our mood, because a happy heart is a healthy heart. A happy heart is a prerequisite for a healthy heart. When we say maximise, we are not talking about harder or faster. For most of us, less is actually more. And we're going to say to you that mood matters most. Science demonstrates that our emotions possess unique frequencies that impact both our psychological and physiological well-being. So, positive emotional states induce a distinct mode of functioning termed psychophysiological coherence. What that means is well-being, all right, in our language. And our hearts are at the centre of that. If you want to know more about that, we will be doing more of that, but it's Heart Math Institute. I'll put that in the edited highlights. So let's talk for a moment about HIIT and HRV. Most of us think of HIIT, high intensity interval training, in terms of cardiovascular fitness, but that's minuscule, and we're missing out on a really good opportunity for everyone, not just elite athletes, for everyone to practice HIIT for HRV. What's HRV? Heart rate variability. Why do we want a high heart rate variability? Because that means we have a healthy autonomic nervous system. Why do we want a healthy autonomic nervous system? Because it controls and regulates all the functions that are necessary to maintain life. That's huge. That is way, way bigger than cardiovascular fitness. So we really want to maximize our movement to modify our mood, because the autonomic nervous system, which is giving you life, it's going on under your conscious awareness, all right, you're not aware of it, it's automatic, autonomic, okay, that's the most mood dependent part of our nervous system. I'm going to quote Candice Pert, who is a neuroscientist, and I think this is really worth taking note of. The chemicals that are running our body and our brain are the same chemicals that are involved in emotion. That says to me we better pay more attention to our emotions with respect to our health. Mood matters most. So what we're going to do in our free wellbeing experiences over the summer, we're going to show everyone who wants to be happier and healthier how to do that, okay, with different movement modalities, and it's going to be scaled to your own level of fitness. In other words, couch potatoes can come and elite athletes can come. That's the beauty of HIIT, high intensity interval training. It's actually scaled to your level of fitness. So everyone can be doing individually their own thing, but within a group. A happy heart is a prerequisite for a healthy heart. Meanwhile, all right, because that's going to come in our free experiences. Meanwhile, for May, we want you to begin to modify your mood. Okay, how? Right, all of our videos have a practice in them. Okay, so when we did moon moments, we were encouraging you to slow everything down, because stressed and depressed are not meant to be lifestyles. All right, that is not where we're meant to spend most of our time. We're meant to spend most of our time in our natural state, which its feeling tone is the hedonic tone of our natural state is basic sense of contentment, happy, okay? We're at one, we're in harmony with ourselves. So we want to be aware of our mood. That was April's focus. April is attitude awareness. So you want to look back at those videos. We're putting them on our YouTube channel, so they're always available to everyone. You don't have to come to any experiences, any workshops. You can just do the videos, and you will, if you practice the practice within each video, you will experience a shift into a happier, healthier state. That's the science of spirituality of state. So what we're asking you to do, though, is to choose to modify your mood. And think of it like this: negative emotions is going to create nervous system chaos. Positive emotions is going to create nervous system coherence. Coherence is good. Coherence is well-being. So choose chaos or coherence. Chaos or coherence. How? That's really about changing channels. All right? In Moon Moments, which was March, we talked about getting off of the content of your life. All right? Going for the big picture, not narrow focusing. It's also April. It's in that video as well. You want to open the aperture of awareness. You want to have open focus. When you start to narrow focus, when you start to zoom in on an issue, you want to zoom out and start to get a feeling of context. Eckhart Tolle talks about life situation. That's your narrow focus. That's you zooming in on an issue, a problem, and making it bigger. And then he talks about life. Step back, disidentify, get some context, get a feel for life, the bigness of life, the spaciousness of life. You've got to create some spaciousness around the mood, the attitude, okay, the emotion, the problem, the feeling, whatever it is you're dealing with, the issue. So look at those videos and practice modifying the mood. And as we move into May, we will put up more content around the movement, and our sessions over the summer will be about regulating the mood through movement. So thank you for sharing this space with us, and way to go, people, way to go.